Babajide Otitoju reveals two railway projects done by former President Goodluck Jonathan. Award-winning journalist Babajide Otitoju Kolade has insisted that former President Goodluck Jonathan has carried out some projects during his tenure. Babajide Otitoju was reacting to one of his followers that claimed that the former president has left many unfinished projects. But in debunking the claims, the TV presenter urged people to be fair in their analysis. According to him, he would not deny the fact that some projects were actually abandoned by the past president. He says they abandoned many projects, but you can't say they didn't initiate. What's the point of initiating if you're not going to finish it? That is a lie, Babajide Otitoju said on his social media account. He said they can go onto the list of some of the railway road projects that were initiated by Goodluck Jonathan's administration. According to him, one of the best is the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. I will only give 2 examples, but why can't you give more? He had 4 years, didn't he? The Abuja-Kaduna Rail and the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway reconstruction were started by Jonathan, but were they finished by him? If you haven't finished something, it's not counted as done. It's only counted as an accomplishment or counted as a project fully when it's executed and it's done and it's being used by Nigerians. Can Nigerians say that they actually use this every day and it's part of their their normal lives? Exactly. He continued by saying that the much celebrated Abuja-Kaduna Railway was close to being completed by Jonathan before Buhari took over. In fact, Abuja Rail was 95% completed. There are so many I can talk about, he concluded. All right. The article now asks, do you agree with Babajide Otitoju? What he says. To be honest, what's the point? Who asked? There's a lot that's going on right now, and I understand that's okay, fine. We're in such a bad position in which we would use this as an avenue for us to look back into our past. Well, our past that was actually more bearable. But then again, Jonathan's regime or time was still bare minimum. Okay, I think the only thing that I can say that was very much good, I'd say, correct me if I'm wrong, is the tackling of the Ebola crisis, in which it was actually a doctor who pushed on the issue and was the main, pivot and the turning point for how we handled it. But again, I think under his administration, I think the only main success was the curtailing of the Ebola virus, and I think that is literally it. That's it. That's just it. So yeah, to be honest, apart from that, there's no other reason we should be looking back to his time as president, because he wasn't the best as well. It's because right now we are literally living in hell. So we're looking back to when we had the barest minimum, which wasn't as hot as what it is now, but we appreciated it. And it's so bad. We should never do that. But I understand where you're coming from. But again, we look forward and we look to solving issues. There is no point looking back, because he himself was not the best president. Okay, let's not even come and start acting like as if he was one sort of angel that came and solved all our issues. Absolutely not. In the comment section, somebody says, if you are talking about completed projects, nearly completed cannot be the same as completed. Maybe you need to go to the dictionary and look at what completed means. Lies. They were busy embezzling money. Exactly. I think his government was the height of of kleptocracy in Nigeria, because what the embezzlement. And the thing is, they only initiated projects to make it seem like as if the money was put to good use, when really it wasn't. So again, the man said that President Buhari initiated Niger Republic railway line and finished it. Another thing he did was to allow Fulani herdsmen to kill with impunity, while sending Nigerians to attack, or sending Nigerian armies specifically to attack whoever prevented them from taking their land. Again, I think Buhari has proven to have a thing, a thing for, what do you call it, Fulanis outside, non-Nigerian Fulanis. Maybe he's about this Fulani movement. But again, let us remind him, you are the president of Nigeria, not president of the Fulanis only, or non-Nigerian Fulanis. It's very much clear, because you're doing all these railway projects and all that, and your people cannot afford basic transport. Okadas are still the most, in my opinion, the most efficient and most common and affordable way to to transport yourself around Nigeria. And that has its own, hazards as well. Let's not pretend about that. So again, I'm unsure where this man is going with this, but again, with this news, I do not know what this news has to do with anything. I do not know why we're remembering what happened in Jonathan's time. We get it. At the time, it was definitely better than what it is now. But still, what happened then? Unacceptable, okay? I think that the fact is that we're not focused on this case because we have something bigger in front of us right now. And unfortunately, Buhari is going to have to bear the brunt of what his administration has done and the accumulated, atrocities and blame and vim and anger that Nigerians had for the previous administrations plus his. That's just what it is. Somebody here says government is continuum. Nobody should be selfish to lay claim on anything started by another person. Please, 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 please. This is Nigeria, okay? Somebody says, yes, I agree because he's saying the truth. Okay, your prerogative. If you initiated it and you didn't start it, what is the gain of your initiation? Oh, did they not even start it? Because my assumption is that they started but they didn't finish it. And I think that's a problem. It's a real problem. I think we already have a problem of not even maintaining what is already finished, let alone completing what is now finished. Yeah, that is a bit too much. Too much for them to handle. Yeah, that's it, to be honest. Another comment here says Lagos Ibadan Express was started by Obasanjo regime. We're not gonna do that. Obasanjo's regime is not even more embarrassing. So then Yaradua picked it up, and then Jonathan cancelled the arrangement on the road and has since been an ATM to vote, huh? All right. Someone says if you initiate. Okay, I read that. Someone says Buhari started Boko Haram and bandits who will finish this project. I think it's shocking that we have had the worst leader, and he was able to manage to get a second term. I think that's the biggest L that Nigerians will have to deal with. Like, that is such an L, a loss. Like, it's such an L. I can't even describe how embarrassing that is. Someone says that's the problem with you northerners, Muslims from the north to be specific. You don't like anything from the south, but you can do without the south. Huh? Okay, very much strange. I don't think there's any. I mean, maybe this person is replying to something. There's no context to make this make sense. But yeah, honestly, let's focus on what we need to focus on. Well, I don't know why we need to focus on Jonathan's time, and we should definitely not focus on making this fight or revolution tribal. That's it, people. I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.